We're joined by Will Hyam from one of the charities behind this report. Well, thanks for coming in. I mean, we've talked about this already, that both of our parents are involved in our childcare. And what the report highlights, and listening to Angie there, just how crucial grandparents have become.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. And there couldn't be anything lovelier than a grandparent spending time with their grandchild, especially, as you saw there, in some ways having more time than when they were parents first time around. But when it stops being a choice, that's the problem. And what we're seeing here is some 2 million grandparents who are giving up on their own jobs or making sacrifices to look after their grandchildren and pick up the slack on childcare.
And what is behind this? Because obviously, we talk about the cost there. Childcare costs have risen by 27% over the last 5 years. That has a significant impact, doesn't it? Is it mostly about the cost, do you think? It's
a lot to do with the cost. I mean, it costs a lot to have young kids anyway. It's $14,000 for the first few years when they have all of those needs anyway. Put in childcare, and it can often make working not economical for a family unless the grandparents are willing to help out.
And in terms of that, then, what would you like to see happen for the sake of those grandparents that are having to give up their own jobs to help their children out?
Well, I think what we need to make sure is that there is affordable, high-quality childcare available for everyone, because not every child has got grandparents who can help out, and not every parent has got their own parents available to help out. So it's got to be fair, and also, you know, grandparents deserve their own retirement and their own jobs as well.
And also, it seems that perhaps they're not being appreciated as they should be, because this shows that 7 out of 10 of them feel that the contribution they're making isn't recognised by their children.
Well, I think we can all feel guilty about that. And also, I find, certainly, with the care my daughter gets, my mother never says no. You know, they will always help out, and you never know what they're sacrificing to do so.
Is that them there? That's your...
Yes, that's my daughter.
It looks gorgeous. It's interesting. I remember reading a little book that said grandparents are parents with extra sugar. And it seems to be a lovely way of considering it. But like you say, it's so important that they feel like they can say no, and also they feel appreciated as well.
I think that's absolutely right. And I know I've relied on it too much when I get called Granny.
Lovely, thanks for that, Will. Well, let us know what you think about this morning. Do you rely on your parents to help look after your children? Or perhaps you're a grandparent, you're sitting at home now, making breakfast for your grandchildren. Have you given up a lot, though, to be able to care for your children? Get in touch on Facebook, Twitter or by email, and get your comments in before 8 o'clock this morning.
One of the things that my children love about Grandma coming to look after them is that they always get shepherd's pie. Because I don't cook it, and when I do attempt to cook it, of course, it's never the same as Grandma's.
Yeah, it's the same with us. The cooking from Grandma, we call them Mum Gee because it's Welsh. They love Mum Gee. She cooks beautifully.
What's her speciality?
Oh, lots of things, but it's things like lasagna. It's all those things.
All the traditional
probably
stuff.
Not so good for you, but lovely. Really
oh, there's nothing wrong with it.
I love Mum Gee as well.